I'm Daryl Glenn, candidate for mayor of Colorado Springs. I like to do pop-up videos to be able to highlight some of the central issues of my campaign, but I also want to be able to show you some great places to visit here in Colorado Springs. But a funny thing happened as I was preparing to start this video, and you might be able to hear it in the background. It started to rain. Ladies and gentlemen, it hasn't rained in weeks. We're in the middle of a drought. People have been praying for rain. And it started to rain right when I was about ready to start this video. So I'm now shooting this video from the inside of my bright red, environmentally friendly Hummer that's parked at the shops at Briargate. So if you haven't had an opportunity to come to the shops at Briargate, I encourage you to do so. It's right across from the Air Force Academy, my alma mater. It's a great place to shop here for local retail here in northern Colorado Springs. So I'm going to continue on with my theme with regard to COVID-19 and future pandemics. Now look, I am not an expert. I am not here to be able to tell you when or even predict if and when we will have another pandemic. But what I can tell you, I spent 21 years in the military and I retired as Lieutenant Colonel. And I spent that time focusing in on readiness and supply chain issues. So I think it's extremely important to be able to bring that skill set here and make sure that we have a plan in the event that we're faced with some of these critical issues again in the future. During my last video, I told you how important it was to be able to defend the individual right to be able to decide whether or not you're going to get vaccinated or even to wear a mask. This video, my focus is on essential businesses. Now, we learned that new term because the government used that to make some critical decisions. Now, let me ask you a question. How many of you believe that the government actually surveyed, the business owners and the employees on whether or not they viewed themselves as an essential business or not? Anybody know the answer? Bueller? I can guarantee you, ding, 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 they didn't. And that concerns me because when we start talking about our businesses within this community, I can tell you, as the next mayor of Colorado Springs, if I am given that privilege, I will defend every business's right to remain open. It is no longer acceptable for one, looking at our mom and pop stores that are doing their best to be able to sell goods and services, the same goods and services that are being sold in a big box, and they're being told that their business is not essential, but the big box is being allowed to stay open. That's not acceptable. And the only difference is they just have a better lobbyist group. I think that needs to change. So I want you to continue to follow this journey. Continue to follow Daryl Glenn for Colorado. That's Daryl Glenn, 4, Colorado.com. Let's win this.